Hello friends. So you see how I posted this video yesterday, right? Talking about putting the cause before your ego. So what's really nice is far more engagement. I'm laughing because, you know, like now that people feel like it's safe to engage with at least that video because I'm not being too pokey, and that's in the spirit of like everybody bringing everybody together, and they're like, yeah, Shereen, it's so true what you said, like loving all of that. However, listen, my message yesterday still stands because I do feel like I need to clear this up. My message of yesterday still stands. I genuinely believe that we should be getting support from all four corners of the world, from every individual who just wants to step up and stand in solidarity. But let's not get it twisted. What this is not about is you deliberately taking your time to do the thinking, the reflecting, and deciding what you're going to do. Because when you're coming to me and saying, you know, now that you've seen my video, you feel safe to talk, you feel safe to talk to me about this. It doesn't mean that I'm giving you a blie to take your time to do the work, for you then at the point that you're ready to go and decide to make whatever changes that you need to make. And I tell you why this is a really important point, because every single thing that you're reading, the people you're engaging with, the people that you're listening to, should make you feel very, very uncomfortable. Like if you're genuinely listening with an intent to hear, if you're genuinely centering the black people that you're talking to, which means that you're listening to them talk without you jumping in to go and give like, oh, it's just like, do you know what I mean? So you're genuinely centering them, you're listening, you're taking it all in. If you're now saying to me that because you saw my video yesterday, that you feel like I'm giving you permission to take your time to do the work, that's not what I meant. Like, listen, that is not what I meant. Because I do, and the reason why I'm saying this is because I sensed in the conversation, there was a little bit of like, oh, Shereen's given us permission to like, you know, take our time. No, that's not what I meant. Because as white people, I keep saying this, you know, it starts with you because you are the dominant race because of where society has placed you, not us. And if you're looking for people like me to give you permission to take your time, that's not what I'm here to do, and that's not what I'm giving you. Do you know what I mean? And it kills me to even have to record this video because I feel like I giveth and I taketh away. Do you know what I mean? So before anybody gets too hyped in thinking that they can take their time, you have to do the work, you have to feel uncomfortable, you have to be reading. And you know, this is a really good example because today, me, as you know, I record like a day after. Today's Thursday, right, as I'm talking to you about this. And I posted the clip of, you know, the Sky News bit where you've got the cricketer, I feel like calling him Sir, even though I know he's not, but I'm going to call him Sir anyway. Michael Holding, talking about racism and the examples he used, right? So it's a 4-minute clip. Everyone was loving it off on my LinkedIn profile. Oh my God, Shereen. Listen, there was so many white faces and men on my post for this particular thing, because cricket, innit? It's cricket. But there were a lot of people who were looking at this video like this is the first time, like I'm laughing because it's not even funny, but this is the first time they've seen or heard anyone talk about racism in this way. Like, honestly, just go back and read some of the comments, like you'll see. So, you know, like a couple of times I had to step in and do a little bit of correction, you know, before everyone gets carried away. Like, but people are carrying on like this shit ain't being talked about every single day. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're not opening up newspapers and magazines to see a whole heap of black people in all corners, all professions, all industries talking about what it's like to be black, structural racism, microaggressions. Like, you listen, every day we're singing like canaries right about now. So I do think it's a little bit disingenuous particularly those in the business space, because listen, I know what newspapers they read, right? To try and claim that when they see these little clips, that this is the first time their eyes have been opened. This might be the first time they've paid attention, but this is not the first time that they're hearing this. So let's not get that bit twisted. And just because I am saying we all need to come together and we all need to pull together for this, everybody, dare I say, jump on the bandwagon. And I guess, we just need to make it really difficult for them to not get off it. But don't get that twisted into thinking you can come with any foolishness, because for me that's like I'm going to call that's foolish talk. Coming to me about because I just feel like it's going to take me some time, so I have to keep going back and saying what I said really early on. As white people, we need you to fix up, right? So what that means is, yes, you've got to do your reading, yes, you've got to understand. But you don't need to get it 100% for you to decide that you're either going to do something meaningful, you're either going to step up and support, or you're just going to get out of the way for other people who are going to play their part. We have to get away from this using the idea of I need to completely understand, I need to be perfect as a justification to decide whether or not we're going to do something to play our part in eradicating systemic racism. We've got to move away from that. And so whilst you might feel like one day, I've got a softer message, because remember when I decided to record videos every day, it was deliberate to show you like the peaks and troughs of what I experience every day, what I'm doing, a little bit what I'm doing other than the hair talk, but a little bit of what I'm doing, some of the conversations that I'm having, some of the conversations that I'm seeing, some of the messages that I'm receiving, and I balance all of that, and then I just, pick something that I want to talk about the second I hit record. So that means just because you felt like I gave you a softer message yesterday doesn't mean I've taken off the pressure, but also doesn't mean you can come to me with no foolish talk. Do you know what I mean? Like this whole, I need time. Well, guess what? For all the time that you're taking, for all the time that business leaders are taking in doing something about this, the lives of Black people do not get any better, because we got to sit and wait. But we've been sitting and waiting for 400 years. Do you understand what I'm saying? So I just feel like, don't get it twisted. Don't get me twisted. And don't use the videos that I do when you feel like I'm not coming hard. Do you know what I mean? Because listen, what does somebody message me to say? Something like, what does she say? Oh, it's so nice to see another side of you. Pardon? It's because I just thought, you know what? People take me for idiot. Do you understand? They just think like, just because my style is relaxed and I'm informal, and when I want to catch a little joke, I can catch a little joke. But don't get it twisted. Yeah? As my friend Abby says, I ain't freshly squeezed. So you can't come to me with no foolishness, because I'm not here for it. And like I said, these people are brave anyway, because you know what? Like if they vex me enough, I'll just do a video and, like somebody thinking, oh, Shereen said not to make it about me. So just because she's talking about this the day after I had this conversation with her, she's clearly not talking about me. And that's fine, because it's a point, it's not about this individual. As I said, it wasn't until I put the phone down and I was like, you know what, I wasn't here for that conversation, actually. Like it didn't sit right with me. And when I thought that's the tone that I was picking up. So this is what I feel like, everybody now has to hear my vexness about this. But I think it's an important point. For anyone who's still on the journey, this is not about perfection. MVP, same principles. Do enough to test, do enough to do a little bit of something, even if it's not perfect. But don't try and find ins with Black people to give you permission to take your time, because trust and believe, I know she would be the first to be going, oh, well, I spoke to Shereen and she's busy. She's doing all sorts in this space, and she said to me that I can just take my time because, I watched her video, day 37, that's what she said. No, and no. So anyway, I feel like that's enough for today. So if we know tomorrow, listen, if oh my God, if you thought I was bad today, oh, wait until you have me and Leanne and Abby on LinkedIn Live, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock. So by the time you see this video, it's going to be 2 o'clock the same day. It's going to be too much. It's going to be too much. But it's good because this is a level of real conversation that we have to have. And this, if I wasn't talking to you on camera, trust and believe, I'll be having this, I'll be ringing my mum and going, Mum, you never guess what. Like, WhatsApping Leanne, you never guess what. No point talking to my partner because he listens for like the first 4.5 minutes and then he's like, do you know what? Just get to the end point. I was like, oh, you fucker. It's my life.